here. And you know what that sound means? It's another chapter for Codename Sailor V. Chapter 2, Monoko in Game Center Crown. This chapter basically starts off with Artemis explaining that she's one of the champions of justice, and she has to stop all the evil that's coming in. She does not want to do it. She's not sure if she wants to do it anyways because she's not getting paid. No, I'm not kidding. She's not sure she wants to do it because she's not getting paid any money for this. Okay then. But what's even gets stranger is what she calls Artemis at one point. Basically, she says, well, you're one to talk for a cross-dressing cat. A cross-dressing cat. I'm not sure what to think of that. No, really, I'm not sure what to think of that. At all. She called him a cross-dressing cat. A talking cat, yes, but cross-dressing? How? What? That, I literally, every time I hear that, I just start cracking up. I'm just like, what the hell? A cross-dressing cat? Even he's like, what the fuck? A cross-dressing cat? He's like, what? I just find that to be hilarious. Oh, that's funny. And that's partially about one of the charms is their relationship, Artemis and Sailor V's relationship in this whole series. I really enjoyed that relationship. But it's interesting. She goes to the arcade, and this is where we start to see that she's a major tomboy. Well, she's not a major tomboy, but she acts like a tomboy. She plays video games, sports, eats like a guy, sleeps like a rock. Artemis even says all this stuff about her and says, you're really more like a guy than you are a girl. And so on and so forth. But the interesting thing about that is that she still does act like a lady by liking boys and wanting to look pretty. So that's one thing I did notice, and it really does. I do like the fact they set her as that. They didn't just make her into a really girly girl, but they made her into a tomboy in general, and I do like that. But what this chapter goes into really doing is that she's trying to beat this one guy's score. He keeps winning in all the games, and Artemis is getting annoyed because he doesn't want to train, and he realizes that the way he may teach her is just going to go right over her head. So, with the help of the person he's talking to, again, who is this mystery person he's talking to? Anyone want to take a guess on that one? There's a new game that is created called the Sailor V video game, and she starts playing it and getting into it. It's a very difficult and challenging game. Gee, I wonder what it's meant to be. There's only one copy of it, and no one knows where it came from. Interesting. It's actually really clever the way they set this up. So eventually she gets really good at the game, and eventually she beats this one guy's score. He eventually finds out that she does and says, you're not a girl, you're really a guy in there, I'm going to check under there. No, I'm not kidding. He thinks that Sailor V is actually a guy at one point. So she transforms and gets all this armor on, it's too heavy, then transforms into Sailor V and beats the shit out of him, goes, holy crap, he's actually not evil, he's not a demon. Artemis is completely irate, going, no shit. And so on and so forth. And eventually they get out of there before the person who runs the game center has a chance to see them. And that was the chapter. It's actually surprisingly enough a pretty short chapter. But in general, it's actually a surprisingly fun chapter too. I like the idea that they didn't just go into another villain planning some evil scheme. It's her trying to get her training in. And it had nothing to do with this new evil video game or this one guy who's really good at video games being a bad guy. It was just a simple story of her getting to train, and I like that. I like the fact that she didn't just go straight into making another villain coming around. That's for the next chapter, but I am glad she didn't do that here. So around, this was a solid chapter. It was short, but it was solid and surprisingly enough, very entertaining. I did enjoy it, so I'll give it... anyways, it was a solid chapter, and I did enjoy it. Anyways, that's the end of this Sailor V, Codename Sailor V, Volume 1, Chapter 2. And this is Ash saying so long. I'll see you guys later. Good night.